Oh, hello.
Hi there.
Hi there.
How
We
exciting.
made it to this side. We made it to this side of the internet.
Oh, our display name says Charming D, like we're like Tenacious D or something. But we're actually Charming Disaster. We're so happy to be here with you in the internet.
Do you want me to fix that? I can fix that.
Oh yeah, sure.
Charming Disaster. Do you have pronouns you prefer as a group?
They, them, collectively.
Yeah.
They, them, collectively. Very good.
Yes. We always seem to be collective. We are plural.
Oh, 7 people are already tuning in. Who's saying hi? We have David Grenier saying hi.
Hi, David.
And we have a Justin Clark.
Hey, Justin.
Oh, hello.
Yeah.
Oh,
Now, Belladonna.
Hi, Connie. Oh, and there's Gabe and there's Josh. Oh, a bunch of our people are here.
Oh, nice.
Wonderful. Well, I guess they don't know me. So hi, Charming Disasters friends. My name's Mandy, and I go by Phat Mandy, and I get to perform with your favorite Charming Disasters this Sunday.
We're very excited about that.
Yeah, we get to perform with you.
Yes.
That's how it is.
In Pittsburgh at the Funhouse, which we're really excited about. We played a couple times in Pittsburgh, but like very small gigs. We played at Wiggle Distillery a couple of times, and
it was just once.
I think it was
the
twice.
one where we got electrocuted.
There's the one where we got electrocuted and one where we didn't get electrocuted
because we were. I think it was just once.
We played electricity in your act, or that was not planned?
It was like the other way around. Planned. No, what it was we were playing on this outdoor stage, and the stage was made of this sort of like fake wood, like composite material,
and plastic wood,
and it builds up a lot of static electricity apparently, which like you would never notice if you weren't putting your mouth on a microphone. And so, like, we just kept getting shocked.
It was intense.
It was really intense, and we were like, "Oh, no, like, are we gonna die?"
Before it shocks you, like right on your lips, like right.
Yeah, it's like the worst kiss.
It's like kissing an eel, an electric eel, of course.
That's a song. That's a song.
Kissing an electric eel.
You just wrote your next single.
We wrote it together. Really, it's a co-write.
All right.
Yeah.
That's the rules.
We played at the Pittsburgh Center for Creative Reuse, which is a great place in Pittsburgh.
It is.
Really similar to this place.
Yeah, kind of.
And we played at Trundle Manor. We did a live stream from Trundle Manor, which was so amazing.
It was really great.
So they actually, Rachel and Anton, Mr. and Mrs. Arm, came to my last show at the Funhouse, and I've been performing at the Funhouse for many, many years. I recorded my first record in 2002 at Mr. Small's before they even bought the venue. So like I've been, and that was 21 years ago. But Rachel and Anton had never come to the Funhouse till last month when I was supporting another touring act, Frenchie and the Punk.
We know those guys. We played with them. Yeah, we know all these people. Yeah, they're great.
They're the best.
They're the best. But yeah, so hopefully we'll have to text them and tell them to come out because they really enjoyed it. So they loved the venue. It's a sweet venue. It's small. It's intimate. I think it seats 150 people, but it has this beautiful light up curtain, and the sound crew is just top notch.
Oh,
and the people that own it are very sweet. The woman who owns it, Liz Berlin, used to tour with a group called Rusted Root.
Oh yeah,
you're old enough to remember.
I remember Rusted Root. We are 400 years old, Mandy. Like, we remember all the band.
Well, so she's the only one in the group that did anything smart with her money. And she and her husband, who was a pro skater at the time, bought a church and turned it into this temple of music. And the main stage seats like 1,000 people. But the room, we're in the Funhouse part, which is upstairs. It's much more intimate. It's better for shows on our level because we're not like Guar or Snoop Dogg.
Not yet.
Any minute now, like next week.
Oh yeah, no, we're preparing for our full Guar style show. Like there's lots of like fake blood and like big it's just wait, everybody. Not at the Funhouse, but eventually.
We're working.
So Madeline is saying that she wished she'd known you back then because she would have liked to have seen you live while drinking Weigel cocktails. Well, we make really good cocktails at the Funhouse, Madeline. So hopefully we'll see you Sunday.
Oh yeah, I think we're gonna see Madeline Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I am a fan of the Wiggle. Is it Wiggle or Weigel? I thought it was Wiggle, but maybe it's Wiggle.
I was always told it was Weigel.
Weigel.
But it could be Wiggle. I'm not a whiskey drinker. It makes me turn red and say wildly inappropriate things. I'm not a big drinker.
That's what I like about it.
Yeah, let's get you some whiskey. I want to see this.
Just how strong are your marriage vows is the question you need to be asking yourself when hanging out with Fat Man D while she's been drinking. What were we gonna say? Oh yeah, you toured with the Bindles. I toured with the Bindles. We toured with the Bindles.
That's amazing. So touring with the Bindlestiffs in 2003 was kind of my entry into showbiz. I quit I had a real job that I quit to go on that circus tour, which incidentally is the best way ever to quit a job. I was working in children's book publishing. I was an editorial assistant. And I said to my boss, who was really like a lovely guy, I was like, listen, David, like the Bindlestiffs, like, them, like they asked if I would go on tour with them and like be the like tour diarist and like sell the merch. And like, as an aspiring writer, like this seems like an opportunity I really need to take. And he looked at me and he was like, you're leaving me to run away with the circus. And I said, yes. And like, nobody can like begrudge you that. Like nobody, it's not like you're leaving to go to like another job, like with the competition. It's like, so, yeah, I was the merch girl, but I'm still involved with Bindlestiff. Like, and in fact, like the day we get back from this tour, I'm gonna go sling merch in Brooklyn for them.
Yay! Well, give them my love. I toured with them in 1996, and it was also my first entry into touring show business. I'd been performing for years previous, but I was still super raw and super new and super bald. And I'm still a little bitter about the fact that they didn't tell me we were going to Burning Man. And I woke up on the tour. I was like, we had a show in San Francisco. I hooked up with them on the other side of the country. I took a bus out and met them there. Because they had like a quota for how many Pittsburgh people they could have. They had David Apocalypse going out. And then he was going to drop off the tour and I was going to come back. That was the plan. So I met them in San Francisco. And Dave stayed on for the next gig, which they told me was in Black Rock City, Nevada.
Okay, yeah,
and
sure.
I don't have the internet in 1996. I don't know anything about any of this. And I'm like, okay, that sounds cool. I mean, like, wake me up when we get there. They were like, oh, yeah, it's only a couple hours. And I was like, I'll help, load in or whatever. I'm brand new to everything. And so I wake up and we're on an alien scape. I'm like, what? Where's the club?
Right.
I had a blast. I went back to Burning Man the next year, but I went with the rival circus. I went with Chicken John and Circus Ridiculous. So I went with the rival circus. But I will never forget my Bindle days, and I have gotten over the bitterness of not being told to bring a water bottle or a hat to the desert when I was bald and 21 years old.
Oh my God.
Well, it seems to have only made you stronger.
Amen. And I will always be grateful to Keith and Stephanie for that. And I also, kind of copped my name. At the time I had been known as the sister master of the fist masticating arts, which because I in the circus, that was one of my stunts. I ate glass light bulbs. I did a half man, half woman act. I played cello, and then I put my fist in my mouth and I sang the American anthem. And so that was my shtick, And I did that at Coney too. Yeah, Dick really liked that at Coney he thought it was the funniest thing he'd ever seen on that particular stage. So
we're playing Coney in July as it happens.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's fun because we haven't actually met in person yet. We just know all the same people, and it's nice to feel like the world is not that big. It is just spread out over like a large physical area.
Exactly.
So part of our kind of touring experience has been connecting a lot of those dots between the people who are all sort of part of that world, but like geographically spread out. And it feels a little bit like a circuit sometimes, like to go, because in Cleveland, we're going to play the Whiz Bang Circus Theater with Pinch and Squeal.
Oh, yes. Give them my love. I just had a wonderful gig with them. They sat in with my giant jazz band at the Beachland in the ballroom. And I had my band, like with 2 horns, guitar, bass, drums, back them up on their music and back up their artists, their circus artists that wanted to have live music. It was such a fun collaborative thing. I've known them for a very long time. That's really wonderful. I've never been to their theater though. I want to go to their theater, so you'll have to tell me how it is.
Oh, you'll love it.
It's great. We've been there a few times. It's kind of become our spot in Cleveland that we like to play. It's like it's a very sweet, like 50-seat little black box house. And they just got their liquor license. So now there's like a real bar in the lobby. And we've seen a bunch of our friends go through, and we're trying to start a tradition where like you leave a note for like somebody you know is coming through later than you, like on the back wall, like a little post office. But so far we're the only ones who are doing it. But you know, maybe somebody already has a note.
Frenchie and the Punk were just there a couple weeks ago or last month. Frenchie and the Punk just were there. We should have told them so they could leave you a note.
I told Jason and Danielle to tell Frenchie and the Punk to leave us a note.
It's kind of hard to instill some sort of tradition that doesn't happen naturally.
I know, but
we'll force everyone.
I know. I like getting mail. It's fun, and it's but I feel like it's like an old school like
punk rock mail.
Well, yeah, there's punk mail, but there's also, I feel like back in the days before the internet, when people would like travel, you know, like Hemingway, they're like the bar that like Hemingway would go to, like there was like this like, you know, tree that people would like leave notes for each other on, because you know if you're traveling in that part of the world, like you're gonna end up there eventually, and so when you go there you see if like anybody left any mail for you.
I love that. It kind of reminds me of like the Burning Man post office. They set up a contemporary post office, and because there was no cell service out there for years, and it's, I guess, I haven't been there in about 5 years, but I'm guessing it's still pretty spotty. But like, so you would have to leave notes for people, like if you wanted them to find you in this sea of anywhere between 12 to 90,000 people, depending what year you went, you know.
So that's one of our you know, long-term goals, is to establish the, you know, and it's sort of like, it's a resiliency thing, because when the internet goes down, we're gonna need to know where to like find each other,
right? Or if people are watching our show or like come to one of our gigs and they see that along our tour route there's someone, you know, on the other side, that we'll deliver postcards or whatever to them.
Yeah, I have something in the merch case right now for a friend in Nashville from someone in Boston. So
I'm still carrying a postcard.
You know, I'm going to have to think about your tour route then, because I do know some people in some of the cities you're going to. Yeah, and then you have to call ahead. Oh, that's brilliant. It's brilliant marketing, because then you call your friends ahead and you're like, hey, gave you a present. It's coming to you via Charming Disaster Band. Right.
Yeah, you have now buy a ticket to their show, and
you have to buy a ticket to the
show.
I
don't care if you only listen to hard pop. I don't care if you only listen to ragtime. You need to go get the message from the supernatural people. And
well, I mean, as it happens, I think that we have a little something to offer the ragtime lovers as well as the hard rock lovers. So, you know, I don't think anyone will be mad that they showed up to the gig.
Yeah, it's entertaining, even if you hate music.
Even if you, yeah. So do you want to check out this place where we played last night?
I do. Yeah. I want to see. What's the name of it?
It's called the Morgantown Art Party, and it's this big space. It used to be a thrift shop, like a vintage shop, and but these days it's an art space where there's work on display, and people come here to do like crafting kinds of things, and also they have like art fairs and like punk rock flea market kind of stuff.
Right. So we played this fair, basically
April
the art fair,
art bazaar, and so there were a bunch of vendors selling cool stuff that they made, and they've got like a stage set up in the back with a sound system, So we played while the vending stuff was happening.
Mhm.
But there's all this like crazy art all over the place, and
And a lot of cool clothes.
clothes, which I've been eyeing. Do you wanna take a little?
All right, grab your
All right.
Dramamine.
All right, yeah. Whoa. All right, so here's the front of the place. And
Cool stuff.
lots of cool stuff. And then here's the back. It's pretty big.
It's pretty big.
And then
Oh
you can
yeah,
see
I was like, that doesn't look big, but then you showed the back room. It looks like it could hold a decent amount of people.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's got really high ceilings.
Yeah.
For when your aerialist is traveling with you.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the dream.
that's the dream. There it is.
There it is. Woo. And we're back. Oh, and also we stayed here last night.
Yeah.
And so this place is the owner tells us that it's haunted,
Of course.
of course, and by kind of benevolent spirits, and also just I looked down when I like put the chair here for the live stream. I looked down. There's a stack of magazines, and like these were like the top 3 things on the stack. Haunted places. Witches.
We love our witches.
Scariest places. We do love our witches. So just like a random sampling of things that are here. Okay, but I have to share this message that we got from. Okay, so Jillian says, because there's security cameras here. Jillian says, I randomly checked the camera around 12:34, and there were some orbs and stuff above you guys. So I tried to download it so I can show you, but it kept cutting out right before this big orb thing flies around on the downloaded recording. And just now I was trying to check it, and the recording literally keeps changing. It's crazy. I'm trying to download it so I can show you. So apparently there were some, I did have some crazy dreams. So
Yeah.
There's a venue in Windber I used to play, not so much anymore, but there's a haunted hotel in Windber, Pennsylvania, just outside of Johnstown, that I called the Grand Midway, that I used to play a long time ago. Yeah, I had definitely some supernatural experiences. I don't know that I would care to repeat. But it was a cool hang. Now when I go to Johnstown, I play this other super cool art spot called Vision of Merging Arts, I think it is. Yeah, Vision of Merging. It's an awkward name, but it's a cool space. It's a cool space.
Cool.
If you ever want to go to Johnstown, I got you.
All
Okay.
right, I'm gonna make a note of that. Johnstown, where? Johnstown, PA.
Johnstown, PA. Sorry, Pennsylvania. It's about 2 hours east. An hour and a half east of Pittsburgh.
Cool.
Oh, it could be good.
Yeah.
Mothman got loose. Yes, Gabriel. Mothman definitely got loose.
There's a lot of Mothman art.
There
right
is a
around
lot
here.
of Mothman art. Yeah, it's true.
West Virginia is very popular Mothman country.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know if they have Bigfoot out there or not. I'm not sure if Sasquatch. I don't know if you've got any Squatch watchers, but that's a whole sub community as well. That's a very thriving culture of Squatch watchers.
Squatch
They have a
watchers.
good name.
Yeah, it's really good. We were on the West Coast back in March, and there was, I forget where we were, but there's like a place where there's a Sasquatch trap, like a Bigfoot trap in the woods that somebody built like years ago.
Poor Bigfoot alone. He's just trying to survive the Republicans like the rest of us.
Seriously.
Bless.
We didn't see it, but you know, like we just want him to be free, you know, like doing his thing.
Running free.
That's all any of us want. That's why we do this. That's why we perform. That's why we leave our jobs, either as the successful thing you were doing, or I was a janitor at a coffee shop, you know, being a successful coffee shop janitor. That's why we ran away with the circus. That's why we started our own bands. That's why we write music, is because we want everybody to just be themselves, loudly, flauntingly.
Exactly.
Flaunt it. Enjoy. With all the glitter and all the glam. And when the cracks widen, you just shove more glitter in. With a spackle knife. I just spackle it on now.
The stage here was covered with feathers and glitter from the previous show that happened here, and they were like,
was it drag queens or burlesque dancers, or was it a combination?
I think it was a combination. Yeah, we recognized the trail of.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and they were like, "Sorry, we didn't clean the stage," and we were like, "Are you kidding? Like, we feel
no, this is great.
This is like it's like a little welcome.
We're home now. Should we play this video? Does everybody want to see the video? Who's still watching? We got a nice group of people watching. It's so nice. Gabe and David's here, and Justin, Madeline's still here. Eve's watching, and Troy is hanging out. Hi, Troy. Nice to see your shining face. And Josh is watching.
Great. Yeah, I mean, these folks. Sure, those folks I know have seen this video, but I'm sure they won't mind seeing it again.
Well, I haven't seen it, so I'm very excited.
Oh, cool.
All right, well, here we go.
It seems to be rewound. Or there you go.
We live in the black. Read when we can. Holding by your heart. Pumping in the dark. Gonna make you mine. Gonna make you mine. Can't help what we hunger for. With appetites of carnivores. Teeth and talons, horns and fur. We are grotesque and powerful. Gonna make you mine. Gonna make you mine. Gonna make you mine. Gonna make you mine. Monsters, what we want, unspeakable. Your body, bloody, visceral. Don't we belong here in this world? Gonna make you mine. Gonna make you mine. Gonna make you mine. Gonna make you mine. We live in the black. We eat when we can. Holding by your heart. Pumping in the dark. Gonna make you mine. Gonna make you mine. Can't help what we hunger for. With appetites of carnivore. Teeth and talons, horns and fur. We are grotesque and powerful. Monsters, what we want, unspeakable. Your body, bloody, visceral. Don't we belong here in this world? Gonna make you mine. 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 Gonna make you mine.
Yay! How beautiful!
Thanks.
I love it. That was fabulous. When did you make it?
Oh, thanks.
Made it.
We shot it in January.
Yeah, mid-January.
At the Spirit Room, which is a bar in Rochester, New York, that we're really fond of. We did 0 set dressing. Like, that is just what that place looks like. And
Wow.
and it's a place we've played a bunch of shows over the last few years. And so it's become kind of a home place, and it seemed like a good place to shoot the video. And we recruited about 30 extras from among our fans.
Yeah,
and,
some came from far away. just to be in it. It was really,
Yeah,
it was like a party.
It was like
for
a good party. Yeah.
the extras.
And the cake scene, like we had to like shoot a few takes of the cake scene, and so there was like a whole cake. And so once we like nailed the cake scene, the rest of the cake got cut up into little pieces.
I think there were 2 cakes at least.
There was a
There was
lot of
plenty of
cake.
cake
Anyway,
to go
everybody
around.
got some cake.
And that's good. I mean, I bribe people with cake all the time.
Yeah.
That's common currency. People get really excited about good cake.
Oh,
Yeah, it was good. It was really good. It was like
I love it. That's giving me ideas. I have to make a music video I have a new record coming out June 4th that I've been working on for about 3 years.
Oh, amazing.
Do tell.
It's got like the best jazz musicians that I know, which is really a whole lot of them because Pittsburgh is a very big jazz hub.
Mhm.
So it's taken me a long time to make because it's got like 4-horn arrangements, piano, bass, drums, other singers, harmonies. But the one I want to shoot a music video with my 2 students. I did a bunch of originals, new ones that I wrote on the record. But my 2 students and I did a cover of Bobby Timmons' "Moanin'," which is "Every evening find me moaning, yes, Lord." And we did a 3-part harmony, a la Lambert, Hendricks, and Ross, their arrangement. And so I have these 2 teenage kids that are just like, well, I guess one's 20, maybe 19 or 20 now, but they just sound great, and they're sweet, fabulous young artists. And the pianist on it is the founder of the Afro-American Music Institute, where I taught for 5 or 6 years. And I only stopped because of pandemic, and it's and I'm going to we have a gala tomorrow night. Actually, I'm going to go. But so our director, Dr. James Johnson, I don't really know how old he is, but he started the school with his wife, Ms. Pam, 45 years ago. So he ain't no spring chicken, and he still plays beautifully. So I want to get like these 2 young kids, Dr. J and myself, and I think there's a venue locally, I think, that is not the same as what you just showed me, but is not dissimilar. And if I had more time, I would take you to it.
I bet I know which place you're talking about. Is it
Dr. Tumbletees?
Dr. Tumbletees?
Yes, exactly. They're down the street from where I live. They're like a block and a half away. Yeah, and I've only done 1 show there. I did it with the Velvet Hearts Burlesque Troupe, which is based out of Pittsburgh and Columbus, and they invited me to be a guest. And it was just a fabulous. And I'd been in a couple times just to like buy some lipstick and support the business, but I didn't realize they had a whole back room. So, but that was a beautiful video. I don't mean to turn talking about something absolutely incredible that you did and turn it around and talk about me, but that is apparently what I just did. So,
we're interested.
Yeah.
Also, like, gosh, it's a lot of work shooting a music video. That was.
Well, especially with that many people. I mean, you have like 20 extras or something like that.
30 extras.
It's a lot of people on a movie set. It really is.
It was a lot. There was a lot of like database management and like, figuring out like the when people should show up when, and which people were allergic to contact lenses and couldn't wear a special effects lens, and who didn't want to be a featured performer and who did want to be a featured performer, and who was going to have to eat the cake. And like, there were a lot of hilarious questions to answer.
But it worked out. It was like, they were wonderful. Everyone was so on board and having, so patient.
Oh my God, everybody was so game. The funny thing about this video is like, one of those sort of things that prompted us to make the video is that we were talking to a booking agent about, would you consider working with us, a European guy, and like very blunt in the way of like some like German people, he was like, oh, like your videos aren't very good, like you need like a better live video. And we were like, oh, okay, like, well, like what about this, like from a recent show that like was on a few cameras? And he's like, yeah, no, like here's an example of what I mean. And he sent us a video of it was the band 3 for Silver, who are based out in the Pacific Northwest, who we like, we played with a long time ago. Yeah, they're great. And they have this video where it's a sort of like fictionalized like live concert where like they're playing a bar, and then like people get very into it. But it's like a lip sync. Like they're not like actually like performing the music in the video.
It's a music video. Yeah, it's like a music video where you lip sync. It's not a live performance video at all.
Right. But it's the kind of music video where like it's as if they're doing like a live thing.
It shows what kind of show they do.
And so we were like, okay, like we can see the utility of a video like this that like sort of gives a sort of fantasy version of like what it's like to be at a charming disaster show, like that like you could use to like sell our show to like talent buyers in places. And so we're like, all right, we just need to get like a really good like performance video that's like slightly like more like slightly enhanced. But then it took a turn and we're like, okay, but like what if also everybody turns into monsters like in the middle? So I have a feeling
You're so extra. You're like, yeah, we can do that, but also at the end everybody turns into a monster.
But I think it's so extra that like it is now no longer useful for that like original purpose. Like we're gonna send it to the guy, but we'd be like this? Like is this what you meant? He's gonna be like, no.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe not.
Maybe I mean maybe that's what the Europeans want in a show. And and I like the idea that this is just sort of like a typical charming disaster concert. Is like we show up and by the end everybody's like a zombie, changed, transformed, horns, fur,
rolling around in cake, makeup smeared,
yeah,
having a great time.
This is what happens every night of our tour. So so if you're in Pittsburgh,
so I have to get cake. You're saying Sunday I need to get some cake. That's what you're saying.
I mean, it doesn't have to be cake. It's just like whatever you're interacting with.
Any
like,
kind of messy food.
It might get interesting.
Spaghetti night. We're like, we'll tell the kitchen to give us like 7 orders of nachos on like a tray. We'll just see what happens.
Soup for everyone.
That said, it's never.
They make their own hummus, I think or maybe they don't make it. Or no, they make their own black bean. That's what it is. They make their own black bean veggie patties.
Okay. Well, we'll see how it goes. But I mean, all that said, it's never the wrong idea to bring cake.
It's true. Mm-hmm. I've actually successfully led a 25-year-long march on the Ides of March called the Ides of March. And, we tell people to beware of us. We were like, beware, beware, beware the Ides of March. And there's a whole song that goes with it now. I should record it.
Oh, I love this.
But I'm like, and there will be cake. And people at this point, if I didn't bring the cake, I think there would be upheaval. I think the marching band wouldn't come. I think the puppeteers would stay home. Mm-hmm. I think the clowns would stop juggling. I think, like you have to bring the cake or the people are just like, why did we even do this? I mean, we did this to warn the neighborhood that they need to beware of us, the Ides of March. We didn't have cake for years. We did this. But okay, cake. So.
I love this. I love this idea. It's so good.
Oh, I'm so excited. We're going to have so much fun. Everybody who's watching, please, if you have people in Pittsburgh or near to Pittsburgh, tell them to come on out to the Funhouse. It is an independently run business run by a very sweet couple, Liz and Mike, and their giant city-state of musicians that work under them. It's like a little feudal village over there, and because it's not just the 2 venues. It's not just the main stage and the Funhouse. They also own a recording studio.
Oh, cool!
Over on the north side of town, and they run an educational program that I'm part of, and we serve foster and homeless, unhoused youth, and we teach them songwriting and recording techniques. So it really is like
amazing
whole village of people. Like,
oh, that makes me even happier to be part of what they're doing. I mean, we were already excited about it, but I didn't even know that they're that embedded in the community and making art happen. That's so great.
You want to hear one of our kids' songs? Maybe we could close out on one of our kids' songs that I recorded with Liz and the kids last year. Let me find it real quick. I'm gonna pull this up. We only put the music out on Reverb Nation because we're not trying to profit off the kids. We're not set up for that. But if people want to hear the music that I make with Liz and Big Just and all of our wonderful students, the link is in the chat. I'm gonna trust. What do I want to play? I want to play Work Your Light. This is the one. Okay, so how do I share this? Present, share. Not a slide, extra camera, share screen, and how do I
Chrome
share?
tab. Do the Chrome tab share.
Chrome tab share. We Rock Workshop. Does that automatically share the audio too?
It should. There should be a box that's checked in the lower corner.
Okay, so I'm gonna play Work Your Light. I'm very proud of this one. Here we go. Let me know if you can hear it.
Yeah.
Got my head up like yeah, living my dreams like yeah, got my hair done like yeah, looking cute like yeah, we manifesting yeah, feeling free like yeah, growing and flowing like yeah, everything we do we go yeah. When the day is done and time for another one, it took me years to get where I am. One day at a time, take those haters, go wham. You'll be fine, you got the magic within you. But if I can do it, so can you. Got the magic within you. But if I can do it, so can you.
Yeah. Come on. Shine bright, come on. Everybody shine bright, come on. All day, come on. Everybody shine bright all day. Come on. Hey, one time for the hood, come on. One time for the ladies feeling good, come on. One time for my homies, we rock, come on. One time for the city feeling good, come on. Like, yeah. Yeah.
Experience the truth. Heart of everything.
Yeah.
Believe in you. Believe in you.
Yeah.
Man, get up. You have nothing to lose. You have the power, yes, you have the power to choose. Yeah.
Toast the cup, when we ride, no we slide, no approaching us. In my line, what is work, what are both of us? I bring the tire right away from the coast to coast.
Okay, 1 for success, 2 for the grind, 3 if you wanna get up and go shine. 3 dance, 8, take a snatch, 8, take time to make it happen. We had it all day, at it always, gotta make it work, even if it hurts. One time for all the people who made it through the worst. Man, I had a curse, but I'm still working.
Yeah. Come on. Shine bright, come on. Everybody shine bright, come on. All day, come on. Everybody shine bright all day, come on. Everybody clap, come on. Everybody clap, come on. Everybody clap, come on. Everybody clap, come on. 22, y'all. We rock 22, y'all.
We rock 2022.
y'all.
Yeah.
We rock 22, y'all.
Got my head up like yeah, living my dreams like yeah, got my hair done like yeah, looking cute like yeah, we manifesting yeah, feeling free like yeah, growing and flowing like yeah, everything we do we go yeah. Make your life the way you want, or stop and snooze. You gotta make your life what you want. Don't stop and snooze. You have the power to choose. Don't stop. Snooze.
Yeah. Come on. Shine bright, come on. Everybody shine bright, come on. All day, come on. Everybody shine bright all day, come on. Hey, one time for the hood, come on. One time for the ladies feeling good, come on. One time for my homies, we rock, come on. One time for the city feeling good, come on. Like, yeah.
Before we go, I want y'all to know that you all deserve to work your light. No matter where you came from or where you've been, understand that you are all beautiful, powerful, and loving individuals. Work your light.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
Thank you. Yeah, that was the words that I sang were actually written by a student who wasn't confident enough to sing themselves. So they were like, "Well, Miss Mandy, I'll write the words and you sing them." But all those words were written by the kids. And the guy who was rapping Big Just, he and I collaborated on he did all the beat stuff. I just helped pick the chord structure for the Work Your Light. So yeah, that's the kind of stuff I've been doing with the kids. And that's the stuff Mr. Smalls does. So I'm really happy that you let me share that with you.
Oh, that's so awesome. Cool.
Yeah, well, your fans liked it. Thanks, Gabe. Just for the record, I don't actually do hip hop. I do weird circus jazz, so I'm not going to sound anything like that. But that's my students.
Well, we love Weird Circus Jazz, and we're really looking forward to it.
Oh yeah.
Let's. Can we drop that link in the chat again in case anybody wants to? Also, I realized what's in the banner actually has a typo in it. It's not FU House. It's Funhouse.
Oh no!
FU House.
FU House. That's a different show. That's a different show.
Ah! You're in the private chat and stuff. Oh gosh, I'm so embarrassed. Friends, this is what happens when you're out till midnight after your gig that day, chasing cats, looking for holy moly.
Word of cause.
Let's fix that there.
Oh. But,
yay! So if you've been watching this entire time, that was it. And link to Tix, correct? Link.
Yeah. Woo! Yeah. Woo! Mandy, thanks so much for doing this with us.
So
this was really fun, and I'm really glad we got a chance to sort of like hang out before the show, since we're not yet friends IRL. Or as I'm trying to. This is a new thing. I'm trying to like get people to adopt ITF, in the flesh.
I like that better because I feel like the relationships that we have built over the internet are real.
Yeah, totally.
They're real relationships. I mean, like I wrote half that record that I just about to put out with a guy who lives in Reading, England, and he recorded his parts over there and he helped me direct my sessions over here via Zoom. I mean, it's real.
Yeah, it is real.
Yeah.
I love that. In the flesh. Well, I look forward to experiencing you, ITF.
Likewise. On Sunday. And if anybody's tuning in and wants to come see us in Columbus tonight or Cleveland on Saturday night, you can do that too. And we've got more tour dates coming up, and you can find all that on our website, which is charmingdisaster.com.
Yeah, and if you want to approach us to send any mail out or deliver deliver mail,
go look at our tour dates, which are on our website under shows. And if you see that you have a friend in one of the places down the road, then you can give us something for them.
Yeah, but no packages, please.
Nothing bulky, like something flat.
No, something flat.
Think Car Avion. Think like airmail to Europe, like the super thin paper.
Yeah, we have a lot of stuff.
Like
that
if
we're
it's
carrying.
flat, like I could see
you want to show all the stuff that we.
Oh yeah, sure. Like
all of our stuff laid out here. All those bags and boxes and things. It all goes in the little car.
Yeah.
So, yes. Par avion.
Par avion.
Well, you all travel safe. Wear your seatbelts. Have a wonderful time in Columbus. And
thank you.
And I will see you Sunday. I don't even know what time loading is. I actually just got booked on a gig with a bunch of drag queens for a hairdressing party from 1 to 5. So I'll be coming after that. But I don't need to sound check.
You're going to look fabulous, I'm sure.
Great. I love it.
Right. The wider the greed, the more glitter you gotta show.
Yeah, the wider the cracks, the more glitter fits in there. I think we've all learned.
Okay. Thank you. Bye, everybody. See you Sunday. Or if you're in Cleveland or Columbus, you get to see them tonight, but I won't be there. But that's okay. You don't need me. I'm here in Pittsburgh. I'll be here.
Bye.